It's regimen.
What?
I got, you know what is a shingle, Max? Regimen. I got shingles across the street.
Oh, we got one. We got a wedge in there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Hey, I don't have my hearing aid in, so I'm not hearing very well today.
Oh, I was saying, how are you today?
Yes, good, thanks.
Oh. What happened here?
Oh, it was a skin cancer.
Oh, I was about to say, I'll beat up whoever did that to you. Well, I got stung being that little thing bigger.
Ah.
Regimen. I've been talking to some people that says, oh, you'll never keep a hive in New Hampshire without putting something on it. But what do you say?
Well, there's two thoughts about that. One thought is to leave it as it is because the bees will normally keep it warm if they're good and healthy and there's plenty of food. Because the thought is, if you wrap them too tightly with something that's not breathable, it makes the hive sweat.
Okay.
And what happens when the hive sweats, because the bees create a lot of heat and a lot of moisture, then you get the extreme cold days in January and February, and that moisture turns to ice. Then you've frozen them to death.
Okay.
So in the old days, we never used to bother wrapping hives. Nowadays, the thought more is towards putting some kind of a wrap on them.
All right.
That's pretty heavy. If you wrapped it with this, I would just wrap it around the bottom
Know what somebody said? To do it on the sunny side.
to there,
Oh, I wrap it on the sunny side.
and don't wrap the front.
Okay, should I wrap the sunny side with it?
No.
No.
Well, basically, don't wrap the front. If you've got some more of this,
I do.
what you need to do is just like hold that like that and staple it down there and down this corner so that it would fit on like that.
Regimen, should I put, the man, I met him at a post office. He said he has bees, and he said to do it. He's only a young man, so I know he doesn't know as much as you. I only talked to him a few minutes. And he said do it on the two corner sides that the sun hits. I'm doing whatever you say. I'm not.
There's all kinds of thoughts on it.
Yeah.
The wind's making my nose run.
That's all right, Regimen. Mine too. That's what I got this for. We just put this reducer in, and when we got the reducer, I got the reducer, it didn't fit. So Regimen very particularly cut it. And he's particular, I like that. And he did it with guide.
See, almost what is best to wrap it with is some tar paper, the same as you put underneath a house.
That's what that is.
That's very heavy. Tar paper is
Thinner?
much thinner and that's got a rubber coating on it.
Yeah.
That's an insulation.
Okay. That's for the roof, though.
Yeah.
I think that's called the drip edge.
Yeah, that's roofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's heavy.
Okay.
But, as I say, if you wanted to put it on this side and the back and this side, leave the front open.
Are you doing that to yours?
No, I don't wrap mine.
I'm going to listen to you. I'm only going to do what you tell me to do, Regimen.
Well,
You've been doing it all these years. How many hives you have?
26.
Okay, 26 hives. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
How many years you been doing this?
45.
45 years. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
But, and it all depends, you know. You've got it in a fairly sheltered position. This barn shelters it. All these trees shelter it. It gets the sun. So,
So you're, don't bother, or should I?
I wouldn't bother.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm gonna do whatever you say. What we did today was we put it on the bricks and we built it up, and it used to lean. We made it straight. It's not leaning. And we put 2 bricks on the top. Regimen, when do you want me to take that glass of syrup out of there?
Well, it won't do any harm
Just leave
to
it there.
just keep feeding them.
Keep feeding them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, someone said that they'll starve with just sugar water. Well, they're not, because they got all that. The bottom 2 got honey in them.
Well, see, what they'll do with the sugar water, they'll convert it to honey and take it down to the bottom.
We just opened it up and there was still bees in the top.
Yeah.
So they're living off the honey right now? Because they ain't coming
Well,
enough.
some, yeah, they'll always take it. Like now they're taking it because there's nothing else.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. So. It basically should be all set for the winter now.
I hope to God they live.
Yeah.
I love my bees. I'm so happy I got bees.
Yeah.
That's like a real excitement to me. How much honey did you get this year, Regimen?
Well, we don't have it all in yet because the fellow that I have some of the beehives in a partnership with, he's taken the honey off, but he hasn't extracted it.
So he's got it in just the frames.
Well, he keeps it in the house, so in his cellar, so it's nice and warm, you know.
And it's got the wax that keeps it covered.
Yeah.
So you can just store like that.
Yeah, you can.
Is there anything I should do? And when should I do it? Like in the springtime or anything, or in the winter?
Well,
Do I check on them in the winter?
no, because if you check on them, what can you do about it?
I don't know.
Nothing.
No.
It's too cold.
Okay.
And if you check on them, and the queen has already started raising some brood, and it's cold enough, then you'll kill the brood,
Okay.
because they'll get chilled. You got to keep the brood at about 95 degrees.
What do I do in the spring? What should I do in the springtime?
Well, in the spring, what you can do is basically check them to see if they're still okay, still alive.
How will I check on them?
Well, you'd have to take the top supers off and check on the bottom 2 supers.
And they should be some of them.
There should be bees and brood in there.
And what are they? They sleep in the middle of the...
Yes.
In the middle of it?
Yes.
And do they walk around in the winter, or they... Because they
Well,
eat?
they cluster in a ball.
And how do they eat if they're clustering in the ball? Like, what do they just walk away and get something and come back?
Yeah, basically.
And they feed the queen?
Yes.
So someone will go up and get something, they'll freeze and get the thing and bring it right back real quick?
Yeah, see, that's why, and basically the bees will store the honey right above the brood chamber.
Yep.
You know, they don't store it on the outsides unless the hive is actually absolutely full of honey.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
That's why when we took your honey off, most of the honey
Outside.
was towards the center.
Yes.
Because that's where they keep it. Because in the winter, they won't go to the outside frame.
Right, right.
They stay there because the heat is going up. And that's why you got those breather holes in there. Because that...
So in the springtime, what time of this, what do you call spring? What, just as long as the weather's breaking?
Well, you know, all depends what kind of a spring we get, but April.
Hello, how are you? Benjamin, I have a question.
April.
Around April. And I'm going to take the covers off and just peek at them.
Well, what you'll have to do is take the covers off and then take those top honey supers off.
Yep.
And look at the bottom ones.
Yep. Right. But also, I should be able to see them by April flying around, or they won't fly around in April. Will they come out?
Well, see, it needs to get to be 50 to 55 degrees because the flight muscles won't operate at much below 50.
If it's 55 degrees and there was snow on the ground, will they come out
Yes.
to check and see what's going on?
Yes,
They will come out.
yes. A matter of fact, what you need to do is in January or early February is to have a nice warm day so that they can take a flight.
There probably is every year, right? Is there? Every year they have
They'll
that.
come out and take a flight.
That's nice. To stretch. That's
Yeah.
good. Nature seems to always know what it needs.
Yes.
I have a trailer in Florida. They say the beehive is as big as that trash can there. And I said to my son, if we caught them and brought them back to New England, they'd probably die. They're not used to New England.
Yes.
So just don't worry about bringing them back to New England.
No.
No. Thank you, Regimen.
Okay.
You know, I got to tell you again, I love you.
Good.
I'm
All right.
I'm so thankful that I have you. Jacob, can you get me that magazine on there, please? Want to say, Regimen? Want to say goodbye?